Yo, what's good, boxing heads and fight fans around the world? B. Marsh with another boxing video. So apparently the man Lomachenko and the president of HBO, Todd Dubouf, these guys were not impressed with Mikey Garcia's impressive win over Adrian Broner on the weekend. You know, the man Vasyl Lomachenko basically said, he ain't seen nothing special. And the fight basically, it almost put him to sleep. I thought it was an entertaining fight. I mean, I wish AB did more, but I thought it was a good fight, I watched every second of it, every single punch, And Vasyl Lomachenko, man, he doesn't think this guy's good, And Todd Dubouf is also going in on Mikey Garcia, He's basically saying, all of a sudden, Mikey Garcia wants to fight everybody on Top Rank, from Manny Pacquiao to Terrence Crawford to Lomachenko, while the man Mikey Garcia used to be on Top Rank, And Mikey Garcia, he himself feels that he doesn't think Top Rank will put their best guys in there with Mikey Garcia just straight up off of when Mikey Garcia, he started fucking with Top Rank, and he took him to court, And it went through litigation, and he got out of his contract. He was out of the ring for like 2.5 years. You check it, so looks like there's a lot of animosity on the Top Rank side, But one thing the man Todd Dubouf was saying was that Mikey Garcia talking about he wants to fight the best out there and be the greatest. Basically, Todd Dubouf was saying, in his words, that's bullshit, He's saying these guys, they just trying to fight for the money, Because he's basically saying that Mikey Garcia came straight out of that 2.5 year hiatus. The first people he wants is a Terrence Crawford fight, and and Lomachenko and these type of fellas, and Pacquiao. But there ain't nothing wrong with that. I mean, shit, the man feels he's ready for him, even after a 2-year hiatus, And you can't fault the man Mikey Garcia for wanting to come back and beat guys on Top Rank. That's his prerogative. I mean, fighters fight fighters, So, Todd Dubouf, he sounds like he's salty, And basically talking about he doesn't think that win by Mikey Garcia versus Adrian Broner, he says it doesn't make Mikey Garcia a star. He's not a big name now, because he beat Adrian Broner. It's funny he says that, and that's what I'm talking about when I'm talking about fellas being hypocrites and the hypocrisy. The man says Mikey Garcia is not a star of that performance and not a big name just because he beat AB. But then he goes around and says, yeah, they would like to get a fight with Lomachenko versus Mikey Garcia. He says that would be a big name for Vasyl Lomachenko. Like, which part of the game is that? What do you want? Is Mikey Garcia a star or is he not a star? What does that matter? These two guys have high skill sets. That'll be a fight that boxing fans and fight fans around the world would love to see, So it looks like Todd Dubouf and Lomachenko, they just in their feelings, man, Lomachenko wants to get praised for, dancing around flat-footed fighters like Jason Sosa, and who did he fight before that? Who did he fight? Was it Nicholas Walters? That was a good win, although Nicholas Walters ain't come to fight. But, he wants to get praised for dancing around fellas like Jason Sosa, and probably more than likely what he was going to do, straight whitewash Miguel Mariaga this weekend. But yet Mikey Garcia can't get props and credit for beating Adrian Broner, going up in weight. When is this guy gone up in weight? He went up to fight Rocky Martinez. Okay, who I thought, in my opinion, wasn't even the belt holder. He should have lost. He should have never had that belt. It should have been Salido, because I thought Salido won the rematch between him and Rocky Martinez. The man Lomachenko ain't never give the man a rematch. He knows damn well, like the whole world knows. Damn well Salido won that fight. Get the man a rematch. You ain't gonna do that because you ain't gonna look styled. You ain't gonna be styling and profiling like that on Salido. In my opinion, Mikey Garcia styled and profiled on AB. I had it 9 rounds to 3. And 1 round was a sympathy round, to be honest. You know what I'm saying? But it's funny, man. These guys, Todd Dubouf and Lomachenko, man, hating on the man Mikey Garcia. Well, if you don't think it was a good performance, try to make that fight happen. Believe you me, Mikey Garcia will jump at that opportunity. I would favor him, in my opinion, right now to beat Lomachenko. He's a guy willing to go up to 147. Lomachenko, he himself said fighting a guy like Terrence Crawford, a guy who's only at 140. He said that's suicide fighting Bud Crawford. You know what I'm saying? The man Mikey Garcia said he'd like to fight Bud Crawford. So that just shows you the mentality of these two fighters. And Lomachenko, these fellas are just all talk. You know, they talking about Mikey's all talk. They just all talk, you know what I'm saying? Or like that, talking about betting your whole paycheck against Rigondeaux, winner takes all. Where they do that at, you know what I'm saying? But I will give Todd Dubouf, I will give him credit for pointing out about, this was why I wasn't a big Mikey Garcia fan. And I only became a fan in 2017. You know, I thought the man did dock Gamboa. That was one of the reasons why I thought he even tried to get out of that contract. Ironically, when they was trying to make that fight, which I do know Bob Am and them, they was trying to make that fight. You know what I'm saying? Because Gamboa never even got a shot at Juan Mar Lopez. And that was a fight that was supposed to happen. So fights we didn't get to see, that could be something I could throw in my series, you know. Gamboa versus Mikey Garcia. Mikey Garcia, in my opinion, that's when him and his brother, mostly Robert Garcia, he was hating hard body on the Cuban fighters. And that's when Cuban fighters was on fire. 2013, them times, Rigondeaux beat Donaire. The man Eris Landy was on Canelo heels, having Fight of the Year candidates with fellas like Austin Trout. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, Lara was on the come up, you know. And fellas weren't trying to give these Cuban fighters no shots, especially guys like Robert Garcia. He was hating hard body on the Cuban fighters, you know. So, you know what I'm saying? That's one of the reasons why, you know, I'll give Todd Dubouf credit for that point he made out about, you know, why Gamboa and this guy, Mikey Garcia, they didn't get to fight if the man wanted to be great. You know, that was a fight that should have happened. I was really looking forward. And I was I would have favored Gamboa at that time. Although he was chinny, he was still undefeated and a fast fighter and the guy, you know his style of fighting. But it would have been a good fight to see, you know what I mean? You know, the man Gamboa had beat Salido, you know. So it was going to be a good fight to see, man. But, man, let me know y'all thoughts and comments about this situation with Todd Dubouf and Lomachenko faking the funk and faking on the man Mikey Garcia, you know what I'm saying, not giving him props and stuff, you know, but then saying he's not a big name, but then in the same sentence saying Mikey's not a big name, but yet again, that would be a big name for Vasyl Lomachenko to have on his resume. D-Marsh Boxing, leave your thoughts and comments. I'm out. Peace.